Recognize the feeling without running from it. There comes a point in every person's life when everything suddenly feels like it has lost meaning. You wake up and feel a heavy stillness inside you, as if something within has gone quiet. The excitement you once had for the future disappears. Your goals feel distant, your relationships feel flat, and your daily routines feel like they are draining the little energy you have left. You start asking yourself questions you never used to ask. What am I even doing? What is the point? Why does my life feel so empty? And in those moments, it is easy to think something is deeply wrong with you. But the first truth you must understand is this. Feeling lost does not mean you are broken. It means you are being called to evolve. Most people see emptiness as a sign of failure, but it is not. Emptiness is a signal. It is your mind and soul trying to tell you that the life you are living no longer matches who you are becoming. You have grown even if you have not realized it. And now the old version of you, the old routines, the old mindset cannot carry you forward anymore. That disconnect between who you are and the life you are living creates the feeling of pointlessness. You are not lost. You are misaligned. But here is the problem. When life feels pointless, the natural reaction is to escape. People distract themselves. They drown their feelings in entertainment, scrolling, food, or people. They force themselves to stay busy just to avoid sitting with the discomfort. But escaping the feeling only strengthens it, because what you run from always chases you harder. Instead of running, the first thing you must do is stop and acknowledge what you feel. Sit with it. Let yourself notice the emptiness. Let yourself recognize the confusion. Tell yourself, this feeling is not my identity. This is a message. Something inside me needs to shift. Once you stop fighting the feeling, you take away its power. Acceptance is not giving up. Acceptance is understanding what is happening inside you so you can take control of it. In this moment, remind yourself of something important. Every powerful transformation in life begins with discomfort. Before a person rises, they always go through a phase of questioning, confusion, and emotional silence. Think about any major change you have ever experienced. Before growth, there was frustration. Before clarity, there was confusion. Before strength, there was weakness. This moment you are in right now is not the end of something meaningful. It is the beginning of something new that your mind cannot see yet. You are not experiencing a dead end. You are experiencing a turning point, and the emptiness you feel right now is simply the space being cleared for a higher version of you to emerge. Do not label yourself as hopeless. Do not assume that nothing will ever change. The very fact that you feel this way means a deeper part of you is waking up. And that awakening is the first step toward rebuilding your life with more purpose than ever before. Do one small action to interrupt the negative spiral. When life feels pointless, your mind becomes a battlefield. Thoughts start spinning in circles. You begin telling yourself that nothing matters, that you will never feel different, that there is no use trying. This mental spiral is dangerous because the longer it continues, the heavier everything feels. Your mind exaggerates every problem and erases every possibility. That is why the most important thing you must do next is to interrupt that spiral before it pulls you deeper. And you do not break it with huge goals or life-changing plans. You break it with one simple, small action. A small action may seem insignificant, but it is powerful because it shifts your state. It does not matter which action you choose. What matters is that you break the pattern of inaction. It can be something as basic as standing up and stretching your body, taking a 5-minute walk outside, drinking a glass of water, cleaning one corner of your room, opening a window for fresh air, writing down how you feel, taking a shower. These actions seem simple, almost too simple, but when your mind is drowning in hopelessness, small steps are the bridge back to control. Here is why this works. When your life feels empty, the mind enters survival mode. It shuts down motivation and floods you with negative thoughts. Your brain begins to believe that doing anything is pointless. So you must prove it wrong through action, not emotion. Emotion follows movement. It rarely comes before. If you wait to feel motivated before taking action, you will stay stuck. But if you act first, even with the smallest step, your emotions begin to shift. The first action you take is not about solving your problems. It is about reminding yourself that you still have influence over your life. It is about breaking the illusion that you are powerless. Every small movement sends a signal to your brain, I am not stuck, I can still change something. And the moment your brain receives that message, the spiral weakens. Think of small actions as tiny sparks. A single spark does not light a fire, but it starts the process. One action leads to another. One step leads to the next. You begin to gather momentum. And momentum is the tool that will carry you out of the emotional darkness you are in. You do not climb out of hopelessness in a single jump. You climb out one small step at a time. Some people underestimate small actions because they think true change only comes from big decisions. But when life feels pointless, big decisions are too overwhelming. Your mind is already exhausted. Your emotions are already drained. This is not the moment for grand plans. This is the moment for gentle movement. You do not need to transform your life today. You just need to interrupt the downward emotional spiral. So start with something tiny, something manageable, something immediate, even if it feels silly, even if you do not feel like it. The action is not for your motivation, it is for your mind. It is the first crack of light breaking through the darkness. And once you take that first step, you reclaim the most important thing, the belief that change is still possible, because it is. And that belief, even if it starts small, will become the strength that carries you forward. Reconnect with what grounds you. Once you interrupt the negative spiral with a small action, the next step is to reconnect with the things that bring you back to yourself. When life feels pointless, it is usually because you have become disconnected from your inner world. You are living on autopilot. You are going through the motions without feeling present, inspired, or connected. This disconnect slowly drains your sense of meaning. That is why grounding yourself is essential. You must return to the things that remind you who you are, beneath the noise, beneath the stress, beneath the confusion. Grounding does not mean forcing positivity. It means returning to the things that make you feel real. It means stepping out of your head and back into your life. There are many ways to do this. You can sit in silence and let your thoughts settle. You can meditate or pray. You can walk in nature and let the stillness of the world calm your mind. You can journal your thoughts and release the emotions you have been carrying. You can speak to someone who understands you and listens without judgment. These simple moments bring you back to yourself. One of the most grounding things you can do is reconnect with your past moments of clarity. Think back to a time when you felt confident, alive, or inspired. What were you doing? Who were you surrounded by? What environment were you in? These memories are not random. They are reflections of your authentic self. They contain clues to what brings purpose and meaning into your life. When you revisit these memories, you begin to remember the parts of yourself you may have neglected while trying to survive. Sometimes life feels pointless because you have been carrying too much. You have been busy taking care of others, fulfilling responsibilities, meeting expectations, and ignoring your own needs. This creates emotional distance within yourself. Grounding helps you close that distance. It helps you reconnect with your inner voice, the one that gets drowned beneath stress, noise, pressure, and fear. Your inner voice is quiet but wise. It tells you what you need. It tells you what is missing. It tells you what direction your heart wants to go. When you slow down, breathe, and reconnect with yourself, you will notice that your soul is not lost. It is simply tired. It has been waiting for you to listen. Grounding is not a one-time activity. It is a practice. Some days you will feel connected and clear. Other days the emptiness may creep back in. That is normal. Healing is not a straight line. The goal is not to eliminate every negative emotion. The goal is to develop the strength to return to yourself each time life pulls you away. When you reconnect with what grounds you, something powerful happens. Your mind becomes quieter. Your emotions become lighter, your thoughts become clearer, and in that clarity, you begin to see a direction. Not the entire path, not the whole journey, just the next step. And that next step is where your new purpose begins. Remember, meaning does not magically appear. It grows from connection. It grows from stillness. It grows from the courage to sit with yourself and ask, what do I truly need right now? When you reconnect with your inner world, you rebuild the foundation that your future will stand on. Choose a new direction and move toward it slowly. After grounding yourself and reconnecting with your inner world, the next step is to choose a direction. Not a perfect plan, not a lifelong purpose, just a direction. When life feels pointless, trying to figure out your ultimate destiny is overwhelming and confusing. Your mind is already tired, and adding pressure only deepens the emptiness. That is why you must start simple. Purpose begins with small steps. Meaning grows from movement, not from overthinking. Choosing a new direction does not require certainty. It requires willingness. A willingness to try something new. A willingness to grow. A willingness to move, even slowly. You might not know exactly what you want right now, and that is perfectly okay. What matters is choosing something that feels slightly better than where you are. Maybe it is learning a new skill, improving your health, reconnecting with a hobby, setting a small goal, or making one area of your life 1% better. These small choices create new pathways in your mind and give your heart something to move. Outward. Understand this truth. Purpose is not found in a sudden revelation. It is built through consistent steps that lead you to clarity over time. You do not wake up one morning and magically know the meaning of your life. You discover it slowly by walking forward. Each step teaches you something. Each effort reveals a piece of your path. Each attempt brings you closer to the person you want to become. Do not pressure yourself to move fast. Fast movement is not what you need right now. You need steady movement. You need gentle progress. Healing happens slowly. Strength grows through repetition. Confidence is built through taking small steps over and over again, even on the days you feel unmotivated or unsure. Slow progress is still progress, and it is often the kind that lasts. Some days will feel easy, and you will feel proud of the direction you are moving in. Other days will feel heavy, and you may slip back into old thoughts of hopelessness or emptiness. This does not mean you are failing, it means you are human. Healing does not erase the difficult days, it simply equips you to move through them without giving up on yourself. The important thing is to keep moving, even if it is only one small step at a time. As you continue moving in a direction you have chosen, something powerful begins to happen. You start rebuilding trust in yourself. You begin realizing that you are stronger than your darkest moments. You start seeing results, even if they are subtle at first. These small wins stack up. They turn into momentum. That momentum turns into confidence. And confidence becomes the foundation of a renewed sense of purpose. Eventually, you reach a point where life no longer feels pointless. Not because everything magically becomes perfect, but because you created meaning through your actions, your choices, and your persistence. You built direction where there was once confusion. You created hope where there was once emptiness. You designed a life that feels like it belongs to you. Remember this, when life feels pointless, the point is not to escape the feeling. The point is to rebuild your life step by step. Recognize the feeling without fear. Take small actions to break the spiral. Reconnect with what grounds you, and then choose a new direction and move toward it slowly. If you do this consistently, meaning will return, strength will return, and you will rise from this chapter with a deeper understanding of yourself and a stronger connection to your purpose.